Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name's Abdul Kareem and this is Independently Wealthy, and we're going to be teaching you how to buy a house with zero money down. That's correct. If you got no money in your savings, if you're poorer than an undead cat, then we will teach you how to buy a house with zero money in your bank account. Yes, this is part of a multitude of videos that will be showing you how to do this. Now, this tip is one of the hottest ones, and I know that it worked for my family. You see, my parents were without a house. They had no way of gaining money. They had no way of saving money. They were literally working paycheck to paycheck. In fact, each paycheck was not enough. They were going more into debt. Plus, they had to pay some ridiculous rent on top of it. Now, why would you want to buy a house? Well, think about it. Usually mortgage is A, cheaper than paying rent, and B, it's an investment in your future. If you're paying rent, then that money that you pay to rent just goes into somebody else's pocket. You're never going to see a dime of that back. But if you pay a mortgage, then you're usually going to see about 50% of it back. You know, let's say in a year you pay around $500 a month towards your mortgage. That comes out to about $6,000 a year. You know, at least $2,000 of that $6,000 is going towards an investment in your future. Plus, the house that you buy increases in value. You know, you buy a house, and let's say you buy a house for $100,000 now. I can almost guarantee that unless something terrible or untoward happened, the value of your house is going to be increased in 10 years' time. You know, if you just stay in the house for 10 years, the value is going to be increased. You sell it, plus you get the equity back. In 10 years, with $2,000 a year that you paid off towards the principal value of your mortgage, then that means that you've saved up $20,000. Plus, let's say if your house increases by 20%, that means you're going to sell your house for $120,000 with a mortgage of only $80,000. That's $40,000 in your pocket for next time. I will show you how to use that. But we've sidetracked from the main point here. We're going to teach you how to get a house with zero money in your bank account. So, you guys want to know how it's done? Simple. We get an LOC. People are like, what's a LOC? Stands for line of credit. You see, when you apply it and get a line of credit, it takes 90 days to show up on your mortgage application credit report. Now, always double check this with a line of credit vendor because it does vary from state to state, but usually it takes 90 days. And when it takes 90 days to show up on your credit report, that gives you 90 days to buy a house. Now, what you do need with an LOC? Well, let's say if you're a first-time home buyer. I know here in Ontario, we only need 5% down if you're a first-time home buyer. So let's say if your house is appraised at $100,000, that means you only need $5,000. But wait, you always need to add an extra $1,000 just so you guys know for the deposit. We'll deal with the deposits in buying a house in a later episode. So you just need $6,000. You apply for a line of credit, you get the $6,000 in your pocket. Now, you then put that $6,000 into your bank account and then apply for a mortgage. Say I have the money for the down payment. The mortgage doesn't even know that you've applied for a line of credit. They don't even know nothing about that line of credit. So now you're good to go to apply for the house. You now put the money down for the house, the $5,000, $10,000, however much that you got from that line of credit, which was the minimum that you had to put down. You put that down, you got the mortgage, and by the time you're in the house, then it shows up on the credit report, but you've already got the mortgage. And they can't deny you at that point. They've already given it to you. You've already paid 1 month's mortgage. Now, pro tip here. Make sure you do not apply for 3 loans within 90 days. That means that you basically get marked on your credit score as a credit seeker, and that can really mess you up in the future. So make sure that the 2 credit checks that you do within 90 days is 1, is your line of credit, and 2 is your mortgage. I know it sounds harsh, but if you don't get your line of credit, wait 90 days. Ramp up your credit scores and whatnot in that 90 days, and then you're going to apply after that because you don't want to mess yourself up with this. So just to summarize, you A, get a line of credit for how much is required for the down payment. B, put that line of credit into your account. Now sometimes some banks will say, hey, this is too much, you're putting way too much, you can't just deposit $10,000 willy-nilly. Well, pro tip, you can give the money, you can gift the money to a relative and then have them gift you the money back. Make sure you trust the relative. If you don't trust them, that's between you and the relative. So they gift you the money, that's tax-free. You basically deposit as much as you can, and then the rest you get from the gift, that's from your relative. They deposit it in the account, there's no tax paid on that. It's deposited directly into your account. You can show where the money came from. You said, look, I got this money deposited, plus I had a gift for the mortgage. And then you'll be set, good to go. If they say, sometimes they might have to call your relatives and be like, bruvs, are you going to get any ownership? And the relative just says, no, I have nothing to do with the house. It's a gift for whoever to buy what they want. So then they'll be good to go. Don't panic. Buying a house is really stressful. We will go into another episode on it. Feel free to subscribe and leave a comment in the section below on what you want me to cover. But this is a tip for buying a house. I recommend, if there's a choice between a mortgage and rental, go with a mortgage, because that is an investment in your future. So yes, get the line of credit, get that mortgage, get that house, recline, relax, and know that this is your home and you're good to go. So yeah, check us out on Patreon, and remember, independent wealth is your birthright. I'm going to help you get there, so join me next time. Come, join me at Independently Wealthy.